Similarly, the National Veterinary Research Institute (VOM) was successful in controlling the outbreak of avian influenza, which first occurred in Nigeria in 2006.
And I'm proud to say that the lab in VOM is the first to report or to confirm avian influenza, to diagnose avian influenza. Initially, we diagnosed here and then sent to Padova in Italy, that's the reference lab. But later we were able to confirm everything within the institute.
Until the recent outbreak in December 2014, Nigeria was avian influenza free. Upon the outbreak of avian influenza in 2006, the National Veterinary Research Institute (VOM) rose to the challenge. Through awareness creation among the general public concerning the disease, as well as diagnostic investigations and surveillance, monitoring of the virus, the NVRI succeeded in combating the epidemic.
The lab is the only lab now, in fact, it's a regional lab now. It's not for Nigeria alone. It's for Nigeria and West Africa and Central Africa sub-region. It's a reference lab for avian influenza and other transboundary animal diseases. So the institute, the lab, especially the AI lab, is highly rated.
It is in recognition of this that the Food and Agricultural Organization (FAO) selected the NVRI as a regional center for emergency preparedness for transboundary animal diseases in Western Central Africa.
As the name goes, regional lab for animal influenzas and other transboundary animal diseases. The major activities of the division are providing diagnostic and research services to not only Nigeria but to the West and Central African sub-region, using both classical and molecular diagnostic techniques.
The diagnostic laboratory under the diagnostic division of the NVRI has been instrumental in the diagnosis of transboundary emerging and endemic diseases of livestock and poultry, as well as wildlife and companion animals from various parts of the country and the sub-region.
Yeah, we have a central diagnostic laboratory, and the postmortem facility is in the diagnostic laboratory. Ours is a national laboratory. It is the only one of its kind in the country. People send samples to us for analysis. They could send chicken, they could send rabbit, they could send dog, they could send goat, different kinds of animals that have died, for us to be able to establish the problem, what is the cause of death, and for us to be able to advise on how to be able to sustain the animals that are alive.
To meet the Institute's extension services in the areas of investigation, surveillance and diagnosis of animal diseases, outstation laboratories have been established across the country. To date, the Institute has 23 such laboratories spread across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. These laboratories also serve as major outlets for vaccine distribution to farmers.
We are responsible for handling distribution and sales of such vaccines to livestock and poultry farmers in this zone. And at times we go to abattoir and farms and collect samples and specimens for surveillance and further advanced diagnostic examinations.
All these landmark achievements recorded by the National Veterinary Research Institute (VOM) were made possible by the Institute's competence in research.
A lot of success has been recorded in the area of bacterial research in the last century or so of the establishment of the organization, owing to the amount of research that has been conducted. A lot of vaccines and a lot of control strategies for the control of bacterial diseases have been developed.
The NVRI has established the Quality Control Department to develop and maintain standard for the various vaccines, as well as ensure that products and services of the Institute are globally competitive.
We have got a lot of in-house quality control, and then we take batches of vaccine for certification to PAMVAC, that's Pan African Vaccine Agency in Ethiopia, which is an AU PAMVAC they are the people who actually look at the qualities, and then all our vaccines have been passed by them. So that's what we give out to the market. We don't give anything substandard.
NVRI is committed to training and capacity building of its staff. From time to time, the Institute sends key members of staff to study tours of renowned and well-established laboratories around the world to be abreast of modern trends in research, disease diagnosis, and vaccine production. This is in addition to the regular in-house trainings.
Well, like the research capacity building is ongoing. In fact, our staff are all over the world, not in Nigerian universities, all over the world in other universities and other laboratories, to acquire knowledge for the current equipment we are dealing with.
Research in NVRI is demand-driven, based on farmers' input. Research projects and programs are conducted by project teams in various divisions and departments of the institutes. While NVRI continues to play a leading role in the production of livestock and poultry vaccines to meet national demand and for export, the institute is currently working on a number of research projects such as integrated control of neglected zoonosis, establishment of techniques for the surveillance of African swine fever (ASF), and control of contagious bovine pleuropneumonia (CBPP). Others are development of foot and mouth disease (FMD) vaccine, thermostable PRR vaccine, and capripox vaccine. The Institute is also working on surveillance and control program for salmonella and high pathogenic avian influenza (HPAI) in commercial poultry and development of a thermostable vaccine for control of Newcastle disease in rural poultry.
We have a research